Hey everyone, so today on Don't Kill the Messenger, let's start with this. First off, this is what to do right now so that you can thrive later. There's a lot of questions people are asking, like, what do I do right now? What do I focus on? Do I focus on organic, reaching out to current clients? Do I focus on retention? Do I focus on getting new people signed on? Do I double down on ads? What do I do? Like, I don't want to feel opportunistic, or I don't want to feel like, predatory or anything like this during this time right now. So there's a lot of this thinking going on right now. Most people are starting to get a little worried about what is coming in the future. And here are a couple of things that you can do right now to really thrive later. So there's a couple of things to really double down on, and I'll jump into that in a second here. Now, as you are coming on, I know I see a couple of you coming on, so feel free to ask, what are you currently doing? Are you focusing on ads? Are you doing organic posts? Are you reaching out to people individually and actually saying, like, hey, like, I'm doing this and this, I'm doing this free program, or I'm doing this 8-week coaching thing for a refundable thing? Whatever it is, there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of things, and I'm going to tell you right now what it is that you need to focus on. There's 3 main things that you really need to focus on, and the first of which to really focus on now is, if you can, is to really double down on ads. And like, most people may be in this position, and there are going to be others, and the others who will cover the other parts if you're not ready for ads right now. So this is really how you can double down on ads. The first thing, importantly, right, is to really focus on the lead generation. You want to either build an invisible list or an actual leads list right now. This is the most important, because right now what is really happening is ad costs are super cheap. They're super low. Like, getting a lead is super just cost effective for a business owner right now. And it's important for, like, coaches and consultants really to just start generating and giving and really putting it out there. That is like the first of the 3 things that, if you're capable of, you want to actually start doubling down on ads right now. And the best way to do that is using our customer desire formula. And I'll kind of explain it right now really quick. So it's essentially, you create that icebreaker, right? It's your ad, your post. We have a specific formula for actually how to write this, which, if you want the worksheet, I've created a bundle for you to go download. So like, one of 3 worksheets that you can use to actually start doing that and start getting leads. Because you build a leads list, right? So that's, you start giving the content away. You start having people raise their hand and say, like, I'm interested in this topic, and then you can go from there. The second is the invisible leads list. And let me explain what this is. If you were to create an ad and really start to create a video ad, you put a video ad out there to really essentially give them a result. Instead of creating a lead magnet, then they have to give you their email, and then they download, and then they get the PDF, the worksheet, checklist, or whatever. You create a video ad that is your lead magnet, that essentially walks everyone through the actual steps of what it is you're doing. At that point, what you focus on is, you're really looking to build that invisible leads list, because the people that are watching it are going to get pixeled, right? So that means that later on, you can actually retarget those people with a direct offer when they're ready, when it's most relevant to them to move forward in the next step. So there's 2 ways to do that. One is to create that lead magnet that you give away, the traditional, like, email, first name for the actual PDF download. And then the second one is the invisible leads list, to where you create that video that allows them to watch, and that's your lead magnet, right? So that's the first of the 3 things that you can double down on right now to thrive later. Because at this point, this is what's going to happen. I was in a mastermind yesterday, and for like 6 hours with like 2 of the best internet marketers. One of my mentors, Nicholas Kuzmich, and then another mentor of ours is Frank Kern. And this is how he was explaining it. Because ads are so cheap right now, your competition is hiding. They are not. They're kind of retracting and turtling and starting to really just like shell in, and then kind of go from there. So that's important, that you understand that you are actually starting to be seen more, whether it be on ads or organic, which we'll touch on in a second here. But before we get into that, again, two versions of advertising. One is to build an actual leads list. This is the first of the three things I'm going to be talking about. So one is to build the actual leads list for the traditional like first name email for the PDF download, right? Because ad costs are cheap. Second is to build the invisible leads list, which is essentially the video that is your lead magnet that explains the actual content and shows them how to do the thing. Because as they watch it later on, you can retarget the people that were the most interested, watch 50% or more of that video, and that allows you to then present an offer that's directly relevant to what it was that they were watching and learning and doing. All right, so that's like the first of the three things. And because a lot of your competition is hiding, this is the prime time to get the market share. So for example, let's put it in perspective. Brick and mortar businesses, gyms, the Lifetime Fitnesses, the Planet Fitnesses, like the 24 hours, the little low cost gyms that focus on like quantity, like the $9.99 a month, $5.99 a month, or whatever that looks like, they're closed right now. So for online coaches, for example, they're the ones who are in a prime position to really take that market share. People are at home. People are wanting to work out. People are wanting to do something. Give them something to do so that you're putting that content out there and actually you start becoming the person. So when they're ready to go back to the gym, because everyone's going to want to go back to a gym, they're not going to want to talk to the gym owners there. They're not going to want to talk to the physical trainers there because the online coach has been the one who's positioned themselves as they keep coming to you for the example. And then let's talk about a business, for example, like an online coach or consultant, for example, right? For example, we do a lot with Facebook ads and marketing and everything like that. I am essentially showing everyone how to do that and how to get started, the steps you can make, because that is what you want. You want to have everyone coming to you because at this point, if you're not showing up, your competitors are also not showing up. So why not you? Why not you be the front and center to have everyone used to coming to you so that you can get them accustomed to coming to you so that when they're ready, they can work with you on different levels, at an entry level, a mid-level, the highest level, whatever that looks like for you, right? So health and wellness, like a lot of mindset shifting, if you get people accustomed to coming to you for that and for that specific piece, when they're ready, you're going to be the top leader and you're going to be the person that they think of to go next, to go to for that. So that is essentially how you can get started, at least for the first step of the three that I'm going to be talking about, right? So that is the first part. So you have double down on ads, so that you can start showing you're doing one of two things. One is the PDF, the traditional first name email for the PDF checklist. You're building an actual list. The second one is you're building the invisible list so that you can retarget those people. And the video ad is essentially just allowing you to show people what that lead magnet would be, that step-by-step process, so that as they watch it later on, you retarget them within the direct offer. All right, so that is the first of the three things to double down on. The second of the three things to double down on is the organic route, right? So that was the paid route. That was the paid version, which is the fastest route to grab your market share because your competitors are hiding right now. So if you're not taking advantage, someone else will, and someone else will be the leader tomorrow. And then the organic route is the same concept. However, it's a little slower. You have to be a lot more consistent with it. And again, I have the actual bundle. Let me go ahead and show you what that bundle is. That bundle is the 3 worksheets. The one to help you with the paid traffic strategy. The second one is with the actual organic route strategy. And then the third one is really just creating we'll talk about that in a second, but that's we'll get there. But the second one here is the organic route. So this is how you create the organic route, okay? So for the organic version of this, what you want to do is you create this, you map out your content calendar. Right, and most people at this point are like, well, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to say. I'm going to give you a free resource right now. If you go to answerthepublic.com, type in your keyword of what it is that you do. For example, if I were to type Facebook ads in answerthepublic.com, I'll have a long list of questions that actual people are asking you, because you can do the research and go into Facebook groups and reach out to your previous clients and reach out to other prospects and kind of ask around and be like, hey, what do you guys want to know about Facebook ads? Or you can take 10 seconds and go to answerthepublic.com, type in Facebook ads, and then all those questions that actual people are typing in into Google are asking. And then that's your content. Take the top 10 to 20 things that you see there, the top 10 to 20 questions for your most ideal client that you see there, and you start answering them. That's 10 to 20 days of content right there, just mapped out for you. Now, it goes a little bit deeper than that. There's a specific way to move along with that and get people to interact with you and to do that. And this is how you do it. So, for example, you want to make sure that when you actually start to create this content, there's a specific way, a specific script, video script that we use so that you can go ahead and put a call to action at the beginning, put a call to action in the middle, put a call to action at the end, because people will watch in sound bites and pieces and snippets. So you can repeat the same 10 to 20 pieces of content. It should feel, and this is exactly what it should feel like. It should feel like you're saying the same thing over and over and over again. What's happening is you're reaching new people, and as you reach new people, they start to see like, oh, they saw this soundbite from here like a week ago. They saw they saw the same content, but now they're watching a little bit further this time. So that's a week later, and then like 2 days after that, they watch the full thing, and they're like, oh yeah, that's what I got to do, and that's what I'm going to reach out to, so that you get them accustomed again to coming to you, because that is what we want. We want them to get accustomed to you, because that is how you transition to that go-to celebrity, right? That you become that go-to celebrity, because right now, if you feel like your competition is way ahead of you, what's going to happen is they're not showing up either. And if they are, you better be too. But I know they're not, so that this is your chance to really grab that market share, grab the eyes of everybody, grab the attention of everyone, and really how to do it. So this is the second step of the two. The first one we talked about was essentially the ads, the paid version of this, and then you have the organic route. And we actually have a worksheet for how to map out your content. There's 3 to 4 milestones. I like to do 4. And essentially the first milestone at the far end of it is the people that are farthest away from you. What questions should they be asking? They're the ones who are essentially aren't even aware that you can solve their problem, right? You start putting out content that kind of like allows them to realize like, oh shoot, that is a problem and I need to solve it. Who's going to help me? And they kind of start paying attention to you. The second milestone is really about like giving them a little bit of momentum. Here are a couple of first steps that you can start to take to really get going yourself and start to get a quick win for yourself, because you want them to get a quick win without you, so that they keep coming back to you and they're saying like, what's next? What else can you teach me? What else can we do together? And then the third milestone really starts to move into the next phase of like, now it's a little bit different, right? You start to ask them for something. So for example, that milestone 1 and 2, free content. Milestone 3 is about gated content. This is where you start creating your lead magnets, your gated, like join our group, like go download this thing, go sign up for a call to get specific questions to you. That's kind of what the third milestone is. And then the fourth milestone is really all about testimonials, showing them why you are the best version to help them, why you are the best person to actually help them. And as you map that out, the worksheet actually walks you through and how to do that, gives you the resource. Again, I'll give you the resource again. It's answerthepublic.com. So you can type in your keyword, a list of questions comes up, and it allows you to really get going. Okay, so that is how you're gonna get started with all of that. The second, and if you want the bundle of the paid traffic worksheet, the organic worksheet, and the third worksheet that I'm about to talk about in a second, just head on over to bentobot.com/bundle so you can get those 3 worksheets that you're going to need right now. Because if you're not showing up, then your competitors are going to take over. They're the ones who are going to decide to take forward, and you are making a decision. You're making a decision to stand still. This is the point, this is the time that you need to double down on one of these 3 strategies so that you can become the leader and thrive tomorrow. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to that. And now let's move into this third step here. So the third step really is what it is that you're going to create. Because this third strategy is a way for whether you're doing paid traffic, organic, or you're just individually reaching out to people. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you have something to actually give people, right? What is it? And here's the issue. Most successful business owners, they know their stuff, right? However, what they find to be super easy and almost think is like, yeah, this is common knowledge, everyone should know about it. Oftentimes that is what people actually want to know. So you want to create it. And how do you do it? We have an actual worksheet that walks you through plug and play so that you can actually start to create your perfect client magnet. That way you can start to create it. I use this internally. It takes us about 10 to 15 minutes to create lead magnets for ourselves, for our clients, because of this worksheet. And if you want it, again, head on over to mentalbot.com/bundle. I'll type it down here below so that you can go ahead and get it. It's completely free. That way you're able to go ahead and get it for yourself. And that's the third thing, right? You need something to give them, whether you're reaching out organically, you're creating organic content, you're going the paid route, or if you're just reaching out individually and be like, hey, I got this free resource, this cool resource for you. Do you want it? And there you go, right? So let's kind of recap on everything that's happening, right? So the first strategy, my preferred strategy, because it's the fastest route, is to double down on ads right now. Right, and we have a worksheet in that bundle for you so that you can actually start to add that out. How to create not just organic posts, but paid traffic posts that create engagement, that really attract and engage the audience that you're looking to reach, right? So this is our framework for how we do this. I'm giving it to you, and it's part of that bundle. It's completely free so that you can actually start to do that, right? I want you to double down on ads. I want you to double down on organic. I want you to start creating those lead magnets so that you can start to transition this online version of yourself and really like just stand out, really break out of this best kept secret. You're the person that's gone to live events. You are the one who's met people and really grown that way. And even if you worked online before, this is the time, like, everyone is online. So you want to make sure that you're there too. Your competition is hiding. And if you're choosing to not show up more than them right now, you're choosing to stay behind them. So it's up to you. The leaders of tomorrow are going to be the ones that double down on one of these three strategies today. So the leaders of tomorrow are going to be the ones that double down on these strategies, one of these three strategies today. Again, write that down one more time. I'm going to say it one more time. The leaders of tomorrow are going to be the ones who double down on one of these three strategies that I just talked about today. And I'll recap real quick. All right. So I want to know what you're going to be doubling down on. Tell me, are you going to be doubling down on the paid traffic? Are you going to be doubling down on the organic version? Or are you reaching out individually and creating those perfect client magnets? Either way, the bundle that I have in the link above, you'll actually see it's completely free, and that allows you to focus on one of those, and it gives you the worksheet to follow. If you're going to do paid traffic, that's the worksheet you want to take, and then you have the other two for later. If you're going to do organic, that's the worksheet you want to look at, and then you have the other two for later. If you're reaching out individually, that's the worksheet you want to use, and then the other two for later. All right, so again, the first version of this, the paid traffic version, there's two lists that you want to build, one of two lists, or you can do both. First is the traditional actual email list. You do the whole like paid traffic, give me your name and email, and I'll give you this PDF cheat sheet, checklist, download, whatever it is, or the invisible list. The invisible list is you creating a video ad that is essentially your lead magnet. You actually give everything away in the actual video ad. This is how you do it, step by step by step by step. And what happens is everyone watching it, as they watch it, later on, you can say, show another ad with an offer to people who have watched at least 50% of that initial content piece. And that is how you start to show up and become the go-to celebrity for that. The organic route, there's the 4 milestones that I talk about in the worksheet, right? The free resource I provide in there is answerthepublic.com. That's a great way. You type in the keyword of what it is that you're doing, and it gives you a long list of questions that actual people are asking right now. And that helps you to really start mapping out that content so that you can get started, right? The second piece of this worksheet for the organic route is it helps you map out those milestones, right? Milestone 1, you're essentially educating people as to far as like what problem they should be aware of, what issue they don't even know that there's a problem that you can solve for them. So at this point, you focus on like creating the education piece of like, this is what it is that, what questions you should be asking about this. Milestone 2, again, is about providing momentum. Right, you give them the actual step-by-step that gives them from point A to point B. give them momentum so that they can create they can move forward on their own. Because if they can move forward on their own, they attribute that win by themselves with you, and they keep coming back to you for more. Like, what else can you help me with before I actually make the decision of who I need to hire or who I need to work with, right? That's your milestone 2. Milestone 3 becomes a little bit different. You transition into more of a like gated content. So join our free Facebook group, join like download this cheat sheet so that you can get started with this and this. That's your milestone 3, is you start to gate that information just a little bit to make sure you start moving away, like separating the freebie seekers from the real people that are actually interested in working with you, the most ideal clients. It's okay to push people away. We want that. We want to help them with the first 2 milestones, because eventually they'll come back and they'll be like, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to move forward with you. I'm going to do the next step with you. And then milestone 4 is about testimonials. What are some of the successes that you have had in the past that you can put out there and really start to move forward and like get them to say like, wow, you are the person I need to work with. And this is a quick tip on how to actually create a testimonial. Ask your current clients, your previous clients, like, hey, what was it like before? What was it like after? And what did you feel during that process? Because here's the thing that I got a really giant nugget. I'm going to open my notebook here for a second. So a lot of people are not looking necessarily for the end result. Right. Let's use like fitness, for example. People aren't looking to like, yeah, I want to lose weight. Like, sure, you and all of your competitors are saying, hey, I'm going to help you lose weight. Great. So you become a commodity. People, and this is important, write this down. People are looking for a feeling that comes from an experience that provides the result. People are looking for a feeling that comes from an experience that provides the result. So it's not necessarily that they're looking for the end result. Let's say, for example, for fitness, that they're looking to lose weight. They could care less about that because you and everyone else is saying that. However, they're looking for that feeling that they get. What's that feeling that they truly feel once they get that end result? Because they want to have the feeling of the experience to get that end result. Right? That's why P90X works. That's why the home workouts work. That's why working with a specific type of person works, because you have a feeling when you work with that person and you experience a different way of going about to get that result. So that's how you do it. That's whether it be fitness, whether it be like health and wellness of another kind, whether it be mindset, whether it be business coaching, whether it be anything like that. That is your 3rd milestone. That is your 4th milestone. That's how you create that testimonial. You ask them about that feeling. What was the experience like working with us? Like, what did you feel before and after? Well, where were you at before? Where were you at after? And then the 3rd, last piece is essentially just you saying, for example, if you're reaching out to people individually, you're more personal. You are having a better conversation with someone. And again, you don't want to say like, hey, I'm having this thing. Are you interested? Do you want to buy it? No, that's not what we want to do when we reach out to people individually. There's a specific way to do that to help people get started and give them momentum from those first 2 strategies that this 3rd one is going to do as well. And that bundle that I'm talking about, that free bundle, that gives you one of those 3, that gives you all of those 3 worksheets. So you can either do the paid traffic version, the organic version, or the individual reach out. And that is how you can get started. If you double down on that right now, your competition who's hiding right now, you're going to be the leader of tomorrow. And if you want to be the leader of tomorrow, the go-to celebrity that everyone is like, I need to talk to that person when it comes to fitness. I need to talk to that person when it comes to business coaching. I need to talk to that person when it comes to branding. I need to talk to this person over there when it comes to websites or SEO or whatever it looks like. If you want to be that go-to person tomorrow, right now you got to double down on one of those 3 strategies. Paid traffic, organic, or individual reach out. And that bundle that I'm giving you, if you go to ventobot.com/bundle, they'll get started with that, right? That's what we use internally for ourselves and for our clients so that you can actually start to choose one. I don't want you to use all 3. I want you to choose one. If you can do ads, great. If you can just do organic, great. If you can just do the individual reach out, fantastic. But you need to actually choose one. And if you choose nothing, you're choosing to stay behind your competition right now. So again, I'll recap with what that was. Paid traffic, organic, or individual reach out, right? So with those 3 things, you're going to be able to actually move forward, gain the market share because your competition is hiding. They're doing the ostrich thing. They're sticking their head in the ground and they're not showing up. So if you are the one and truly feel like if this is now the time, if you truly feel like this is for you, then you're going to choose one of those. And if you're not, then that's cool. But then you have to be okay with not being the market leader tomorrow. Okay? So with all that said, before I forget, head on over to bentobot.com/bundle. I'll type it in one more time up here. You'll see it down below. Just go get the bundle. Get that free bundle so that you can choose one of those 3 worksheets. And you get them all, but choose one and double down on it right now. If you do that, you're going to be able to start really just gaining the market share. Everyone's going to start coming to you. And by the time they're ready to really, after all of this is over, you're going to be the new leader of tomorrow. You're going to be the one that rises up past your competition. And your competition is going to be the one that's like, man, I should have done that. I could have done that. I chose not to. And if you're also choosing to not do anything, just to wait, you're making that decision right now. And I don't know if this is for you, but a lot of people most people at this point in time are choosing to just wait and not do anything, just kind of watch. And they're choosing to just be left behind. So if you're going to be showing up, if you're not that person, if you're the person that's really going to move forward and start to transition into that go-to celebrity, then right now, one of those 3 strategies, paid traffic, organic traffic, or the one-on-one direct interaction, that's going to help you to become that market leader tomorrow. And that's okay if you don't, but then that means like you can't complain either, right? So at this point, you see the bundle, go get it. And I'm still looking for a few more people to really walk through this 4-week accelerator to transition themselves online. However, you have to have your current assets. You have to have an offer that actually converts. You have to have you have to have a service that people actually get results with. You have to be willing to and open to really helping people right now. And if you're ready to transition online, or if you're already online but you're looking to make that even better, then let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation so you can see what that 4-week accelerator looks like. This is essentially the same process, just in a 4-week version that we take our private clients through. And I'm looking to take 8 people through this. And I think I have 5 spots left. So this starts soon. So let me know, reach out, message below. If that is you, then go ahead and comment, let's see, I don't know, let's comment accelerator. And that will allow you to get started. I'll reach out to you, we'll have a conversation to see if it even is if it's a fit for you. Because this isn't gonna be a fit for everyone. So I'm actually talking to people to see, and I've turned a couple people away because it's not for them right now. They're not ready for it. So if you think you're ready for it, go ahead and type accelerator below and we'll get started with that. All right, I'll reach out and we'll have a conversation. Until next time, I'm Victor with Bentobot, and good luck.